3 on Wuthering Waves, and I believe moving forward, what we're going to be doing is highlighting the milestones on the account that we achieved. I got that suggestion in the comment section of my last video. I thought that was a good suggestion, so that's exactly what we're going to be doing in today's video and probably moving forward, so that way you stay up to date with what's going on with the account, almost as if you are there with me, right, as we progress through this game as a beginner from zero to Wuthering Waves hero. That was a bit cringe. I'm sorry. Anyways, I did also want to include just talking about some future characters that I'm going to be looking forward to, as well as take a look at the tier list and Pride Win and talk about that. Those are just some things that I enjoy doing and want to do in future content. So I do hope you enjoy. I hope you like what you see today. If you do, drop a like, sub if you're new, join the FBG fam. I would love to have you stick around and join me on this journey of progression in this game as you see it unfold right before your very eyes, day by day. Anyways, with that being said, really quickly, a massive shout out to my good friend Cameo that I mentioned in the very first video for Wuthering Waves Day 1. If it wasn't for that individual, this account would not exist. We wouldn't be doing this series, which I don't know. Should I call it Zero to Wuthering Waves Hero? I don't know. Let me know in the comments down below if there's a title to this series that you would like to see, because this is definitely something that I want to keep going for sure. But massive shout out to Cameo. He actually helps me grind this account as well. Helps me progress and is a very vital part to this account even existing in the first place, like I mentioned before. So massive shout out to my good friend Cameo. Anyways, with that being said, once again, some progression has been made. We have the MC level 60, which is great. Verena level 50. I do plan on getting her level 60 here really soon. I can just go ahead and grind those mats. And then Cammy level 60 as well, which is the main core team as of right now. Everybody else is still the same, as you can see. One major suggestion that I've been getting a lot recently is Sanhua. I think I talked about Sanhua and maybe asked for some advice when it comes to her. And everybody definitively have said, go ahead and build her up. She is arguably the best 4-star, if not the best 4-star to go ahead and have on the account. I do agree. I don't disagree on that point. So we will be building her up. You know, it's just we're trying to focus on the main team right now. And then once we get them where they need to be or where they should be, then focus on, you know, the other characters like Sanhua and others, and then the future characters that are going to be coming up. But really, that is the only major milestone that has happened on the account. I haven't pulled any new weapons, haven't pulled any new characters, haven't gotten any additional dupes. So that is what we're rocking as of currently. Everybody else is the same. Everything else is the same. In terms of union level, union level 33 right now. We are I think caught up to the story, or at least relatively close to the story, caught up, and now it's just doing side quests and doing, you know, all the other events and stuff like that. So progressing very nicely, thanks to my good friend Cameo and myself grinding this account together. But with that being said, let's go ahead and cut it here, and let's go ahead and talk about future characters. I believe it's patch 1.4 that they went ahead and showed over on X, and then take a look at the tier list and Pride Win and all that good stuff. So let's go ahead and hop over there. Okay, so we have X pulled up currently right now, and it is indeed version 1.4 when the night knocks. So this is of course highlighting Lumi right here, which I may put some gameplay up of me using Lumi in that event. I think I might have mentioned that in my last video. She is quite fun to use, I'm not gonna lie, just because she's very different, running around very quickly, having those, I would consider them to be coordinated attacks. And then you know, her ultimate, and she looks fantastic. I don't care what anybody says. I think Lumi has an amazing, very unique character design. But anyways, I digress. Moving on from there, I was not anticipating this. So coming on December 12th, now this is probably more pertaining to me specifically, or maybe even new players. And I guess this is a good channel to stick with if you're a new player, just because you get a new player perspective. I don't know, let me know if that's cool for you. Anyways, December 12th through January 1st is actually Yinlin dropping. Now if you guys been on the channel for any amount of time, you guys know back in the day during the betas, I was the most massivist. I was the most massive Yinlin simp fan of all time. I even changed my PFP to Yinlin, all that gets, everything was Yinlin, just because this character really captivated me in terms of her design and gameplay, especially her gameplay. I found it to be hands down, bar none, the best in the game for me personally. It was leagues above everybody else's. I just really enjoyed this character. So I was a massive Yinlin fan, still a massive Yinlin fan to this day, even though they did a little bit of a redesign and they did a little rework to her gameplay. I think I prefer the previous one, but anyways, that doesn't matter. She's coming on December 12th, which puts me in a bit of a little of a pickle, I guess you can say, just because I really would want this character, but I'm really trying to save for 2.0 and all those characters coming because I want to grab all of them as well. I guess this is where you guys can come into play and let me know what your thoughts are. I know Yinlin is still pretty high up there in the tier list, which we'll take a look at here in just a second. But you're going to have Lumi and then these other 4 stars, Wanwu and Baiji on here as well. So for me, this isn't the worst banner in the world, but it's really just Lumi. But not only that, you got the boy Zhang Liao, which I'm so upset I missed out on in terms of getting him for free, just because I know he is pretty top tier. I really am upset that I missed him out for free, and now this gives people opportunities to get dupes for him. Same 4 stars are going to be on here, Lumi here as well. So it's really difficult for me because these are 2 characters that I would really want to have on the account. But it's like, do I go for them or do I save for 2.0? It's just, it puts me in between a rock and a hard place, and I'm just not sure what I should do. Um, I guess I will get your guys' advice and recommendation down in the comments below. But this is a very enticing banner for me, which I guess this could be considered bait. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think before 2.0 drops and all those new characters. This could be considered bait. Not too sure. It is pretty baitish for me, I'm not gonna lie. Anyways, moving on from there, we do have their weapons as well, for both Zhang Liao and for Yinlin. So more bait, I guess you can say. This is going on for a decent amount of time, right? So maybe I can, I don't know, get enough currency. We'll see. Anyways, and the last thing are going to be the events that are coming out for arguably the same time period, 19th through the 1st. Tactical Simulacra 2. We have Pincer Maneuver Warriors, which seems pretty interesting. Bountiful Crescendo, which is something that we're pretty accustomed to at this point. If you play gacha games, it's something that it's pretty common to see, I guess. So that are the events that are coming and the rewards that you can get from them, which looks to be pretty good. Now, moving on from there, I did want to go ahead and talk about the tier list. Now, I can't really bring any insight to the tier list. I just thought it would be cool to take a look at it because I have not seen it since playing the game. So they have Cammy and Jinxie. Now, this is something that I did know about. I had a bit of an idea of where these characters land on the tier list, and I knew Cammy was up there. I knew Jinxie was up there, which I wish I had Jinxie, but it is what it is. Zhang Liao is what I was talking about. Being up there with Jian is pretty absurd, as far as being a free character, which is really a cool thing to see, right? Because a game providing a premium character to this caliber for free is always a great thing, especially for free-to-play players. You see that in Honkai Star Rail with Dr. Ratio, even though I know he's fallen off a bit. It is good to see this, right? It is good to see this. Encore, I've never been a huge fan of Encore, I'm not going to lie. Havoc Rover being in 1.5 is pretty cool. And then you have the other ones here, which, boy, they told me it's Kakarot. I said Goku, it is Kakarot. I will always forever call him Kakarot. I will not call him Calcharo or Calcaro or whatever you want to say. I think that's so dumb. I will call him Kakarot. It is a shame to see him down here. I don't really know the reasons why. I believe it's, in regards to his skills or his kit, I should say, in general, just not being the greatest. You have Chishia, you have Ling Yang, which is, once again, a little upsetting to see him down here, but it is what it is. And then your boy Alto down here. It's, once again, it is what it is for DPSs. Hybrid, Sanhua, S6. Unfortunately, I don't have her S6, but having her S6, top tier, tier 0 hybrid for a 4-star, that's insane. And then you have Chang Li. Chang Li's another one that I'm upset I missed out on. Mortify or Mortefi, however you want to pronounce it. I pronounced it Mortify in the beta. Really good to see him up here as a 4-star. Yinlin, once again, tier 0.5 as a hybrid. That's why I'm thinking Yinlin would just be a little more valuable to the account than Zhang Liao, but being a pure DPS, but then both being in tier 0.5 is really good to see. And then is it Jeji? Jeji. Somebody told me how to pronounce it, and I already forgot. Up here as well, and I really did like her gameplay. I know some people thought she was clunky, but I did like her gameplay, and I think she's actually a really cool character. I'm moving on from there. Nobody in tier 1, which is interesting for a hybrid. And then you have Donjin here, really good to see. Yanshin is unfortunately down here, but once again, it is what it is. Yang Yang, and then we have the Spectro MC Rover, and then the boy Wanwu down here, which I really did like his gameplay in the beta. I had a lot of fun with him, but down there. And then moving on from there, Shorekeeper, which I've been told you need to have a Shorekeeper on your account. Like, it is mandatory, it's necessary. And then Verena. So luckily I do have Verena. For right now, I would love to get Shorekeeper. Like, if Shorekeeper was coming where Yinlin or Zhenglia was coming, obviously I would pull. For me, I think that would be a no-brainer, but unfortunately not. And then we have Baiji, and then we have Yuho, which I haven't seen much of her, but it is what it is. And then Tauchi down here at the very bottom, which is insane. But I've always felt that about Tauchi. I know some people were trying to like really hype her up. I felt that about her in the beta. I thought she was decent, but nothing really too insane. But then we move over to characters on Pridewind, and they do have characters, the new ones out here. Brant, Carlotta, where are the other ones? Lumi, Zani, is that how you pronounce it? Zani, is it Roshia? And then Phoebe. So these are the new characters that'll be coming out in 2.0. I think they all look really solid in terms of design. They all look really cool. I don't know much about any of them. Carlotta is definitely my number one. That is who I'm going for all the way. But they all look really great. Phoebe has my eye as well. Not gonna lie. Phoebe looks incredibly cool. Anyways, that's basically how I wanted to round this video out. Just talking about that, talking about the tier list, future plans, what I should do, get your guys' feedback and suggestions. I would love to know down in the comments below. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and get on out of here. Thank you guys so much for all the support. I do truly appreciate it. And I'll see you all in the next one. Remember to stand out, be different, have fun, go further beyond in everything that you do. My name's Cody. You call me further. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye, guys.